Welcome to the Lone Machinists. We've got a new intro. In this week, Curt is going to cover.
I'm going to talk about how cool our podcast is. Tiny Titanium Parts, a tale of RGB fans, and how another pen maker dude totally helped me out. Jamie, what are you going to talk about?
I bought some servos. I also bought an eccentric press, and I found out some really interesting stuff about 173E collets. So yeah, let's jump into
Ooh.
it. Yeah. So, Curt, how are you this fine day?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic on this fine morning. And after AJ chastised us about having a 900-minute intro, we decided we'd try to do some live ones. So yeah, it's I don't know, way more fun. It's just gonna
Yeah.
stumble upon it for a while. But how are you doing, man?
Yeah.
How's your evening?
Yeah, my evening's good. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get into the groove of the new intro, and also breadcrumbing everybody with some of our topics that we've got in our doc. But yeah, had a day. Yeah, running off little desk insert things. Those are very very noisy because I'm slotting very thin extruded aluminium. So my neighbors are going to get a little annoyed, but I've got another like 6 or 7 runs to do tonight, and then I can move into op two tomorrow morning.
These are always the ones that you do for like that bank or whatever.
Yes, these are not the round
Okay.
ones. These are the square ones. They send me an extrusion. I bolt it into a fixture, and then I make 2 parts out of each piece of extrusion because they can't cut the extrusion short enough. So I now slot down the middle and then basically push the end mill as hard as I can push it. So far, my 1 mil end mill's done really well today. Doing tool break detect at the end of the program just to make sure it's still there before it brings to the unload position. That way, if it is broken, it's going to throw an alarm. I'm not going to load and run the next cycle with the broken tool.
And your 1 millimeter end mill is the one making noise?
No. My
Okay.
6 millimeters.
You're
Yeah, no.
honking
So
on it if you're
the
getting
first
that to
thing I
make
do is I
noise.
drop in with a 6 millimeter and I slot through it. One section is I think 6 millimeters thick, and
Okay.
then it drops down to like 2 millimeters, and then back to six, and then I plunge. I effectively use it as a drill. Plunge the web out, and then I do the perimeters, evaporate the middle. So yeah, it's a pretty reliable process. I'm pretty sure I've made 2 or 3 thousand of these at this point. I used to run them on my little router with 4 tool changes. It was horrid. Like
That's
I think it was like the first operation was like 3 minutes, and then you had to change a tool every couple minutes after that. And we ran thousands of them in that machine. Yeah.
Ugh.
So now they
That's
run on a mooring pallet, so I can run 2 sections, 2 pieces at a time. And I've flowed through 160, 172 of them so far today.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well,
it's about a 12-minute cycle with reloading. To do 4 parts op one, and then the op two is 29 seconds for 2 parts. So really
okay.
annoying. So I'm going to stand there for 2 hours tomorrow morning and just do nothing else. But that's
Yeah.
fine. It's
Well, at
just
least
one of those
12 minutes
things.
isn't 12 minutes is better than 3 minutes, but still not very
Yeah.
useful.
Well, I mean that was running today. While that was running, I had Bertha running, finishing. I had to go buy material because I ordered material short. Finishing off 1,000 little aim assist thingies. So those are now done. I need to clean the machine out tomorrow. I just wanted the chips to kind of drain their coolant back into the tank, but I now have nowhere to store all the steel chips that I have. So I'll
Ah,
get yeah.
ah.
So it's on the agenda. But yeah, this week is because Wednesday is a public holiday. This week is a little bit problematic for just general. Yeah, everyone wants everything today and tomorrow, and then is not available on Wednesday. So just trying to deal with that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
what's
fair.
going on in your world?
There's ton of I've been working on this little mechanism that I've been like teasing people for like a million years. And I wanted to make it spin, and I finally made it spin. It just took like forever to make all these stupid parts, and they're so tiny. Like the parts are like the size of my pinky nail, and they're only maybe 3 mils thick, and they have a thread on the back, and it's just they're impossible to hold. So anyways, I finally found like a reliable way to make them, and then the little shaft in the middle is like a 1/8 shaft, titanium, of course, with threaded ends, and like you can't just lathe it because it's got I
Yeah,
can, but it's got a little torus in the middle, and like just a bunch of really fiddly annoying parts, but I love that. Like fiddly annoying is like my favorite thing to machine. And anyways, it's behaving so well now, so I'm so jazzed. So this week I'm just going to do a bunch of production and see if it holds up. Like see if the processes hold up when I build,
yeah,
10, 20 of them, as opposed to like building one of anything is like I tell millions of people, building one
yeah,
of anything is so easy. Like you can cut corners, you can do all kinds of things, but you try to build like 10 or 20 of the same thing, then
yeah.
you realize where you've
hand
made mistakes.
sanding hand sanding one thing's fine. Hand sanding 20 or 30 or 50 of them is not. uh it's not a
Yeah.
process.
No, absolutely. And I'm trying to design this so that it's like actually production friendly so
Yeah,
I could use your lovely palette system and like, have it queued up at night and rock a bunch of parts and like actually come into the morning and have items made that just doesn't take eye bleeding amounts of, handwork to finish. So, yeah,
yeah.
it's
Okay.
so
Yeah, no,
yeah,
the
I mean,
things it's looking
messing around
quite
with that.
it's looking quite spiffy. So are you
Yeah,
finally
kind of like
going into production on those?
I think so. Yeah, like I'm going to I did this once already. Like I put it into production once and realized
Yeah,
that I just couldn't like it was so tedious to assemble them. So I designed all those things out and I'm going to do it again. And I have high hopes that it'll work out. And if it does work out, then I'm going to go straight into selling them because tons of people are interested, which is a lovely problem.
yeah,
People have already said like I'll buy it even if it doesn't work. I'm like that's kind of cool. So
yeah. That's
yeah.
the right kind of customer to have.
Totally, yeah, like, yeah, it's nice, like well, like you said, like, customers are, like relationships with people are the most
Yeah,
important, and that's why, like, when I build shit, I try to build it really good so that people expect that of anything I build, so, like, no matter what you build, people are like, "Oh, his other crap is good, so this is probably gonna be good too," and, like, it just
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I actually had a very interesting conversation late this afternoon with one of the guys who's been. I started following him on Instagram because he followed Taps and Patience, local apps engineer here from
Okay.
Scott Machine Tools, and I got a small care package today from him,
Mhm.
including a 25 mil boring bar. He's like, yeah, it had a scratch on it, so the guys sent it back. Brand new
Oh,
boring bar.
nice.
It had a scratch on the black oxide coating, so the guys were like, no,
Mhm.
we don't want it. You must replace it. So he saw it
Wow.
there on the shelf. I'd mentioned I use one for one of the jobs I do. He's like, send it to Jamie, along with a full set of, so from 3.3 up till 10.2 carbide drills for all the common tap sizes, a set of
Oh,
taps,
wow.
and a bunch of end mills to play with, as well as some inserts
Huh.
because I was battling with chip breaking. Sent me some inserts to test, all Kyocera stuff and Yama something taps. So yeah, hell of a care
Hmm.
package from Scott Machine Tools, which is
No
yeah,
kidding.
awesome. But no, I mean, chatting to the guy for a long time. He was still ripping on Harrison for fearing the man who fears no tap with his 1100. He used to rigid tap everything in that machine. But yeah, no, very interesting to see the fancy stuff they've got, and like if their stuff works, I'm just going to buy from them. Like, may
Is
as
that
well.
I'm not familiar with them. Are they like a local brand there,
They're
or am I
local,
just
yeah. They're local. They
okay?
bring in the smart machine tools under a different brand. They
Oh,
have them
okay.
relabeled. I can't remember what he said they relabel them as, but they
Hmm.
relabel them in China or Taiwan, wherever they're made. They bring those in. They also, he was saying to me like, there's someone else who brings smart machine tools in, but they've got
Mhm.
spindle options, and they're like, the machine is so cheap, just upgrade the spindle to the best spindle option they have. Like don't stuff around with the cheap spindle option. Just put the good spindle in, and it still comes in as a competitively priced machine. So it was a very interesting chat. But yeah, he's an apps engineer. He sent me some funny stuff. The guys are like,
Hmm.
no, these inserts you've sold us are garbage. So cool. Send me a picture of what you're doing. Guy's got a giant ring in a manual lathe. The part's like maybe half an inch thick. Giant ring. He's like, no, it's chattering. You're like, yeah, dude, you're holding it on 3 points. What do you expect? Like, the insert's not
Yeah.
made of miracles. Like, yeah, so I get some funny stuff from him. It's quite entertaining. But yeah, he's
Yeah.
sends a hell of a care package too. So that's all put one side for me to play with.
Sick.
But yeah, it's quite cool.
I love the
How's your
juxtaposition.
PC? Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh, so I love the juxtaposition of this industry where you see people just doing like making rocket parts on nothing, and then you see people making absolute garbage and being like, how did you make it this far in life? Like, how did you not get hit by a bus walking across
How
the
did you
street?
not forget
Like,
to breathe?
right, exactly. Yeah, it's like don't chew gum and walk because that's not going to work out for you, anyways.
Yeah, yeah. There's
um.
some interesting
So
stuff
yeah,
there.
the PC build is
Yes.
going fantastic. I love your new podcast setup that you I think what did you graciously steal it from Dylan's podcast? This like everything is like color coded for us
Oh
now. Like
yeah,
when we go through our topics, yeah, Jamie
yeah.
or Danica set it up really
Danica did
nicely.
it.
So
Yeah, I did
I'm
a
loving
rough
this.
layout and she went and fixed it. So as we're done with the topic, we click the little tick box and it color codes that it's done.
Oh, it's so convenient.
Yeah, inspired by
Yeah,
Dylan.
yeah. So yeah, thanks for showing us the light, Dylan. The so the PC is going great. I'm putting it together. It's like that's my enjoyable thing. It's like my my little zen time in the evening. I go slowly and I build it. Now I'm starting to do the wire management. I like that kind of stuff. So I'm like taking, I got Velcro this time because I've, zip ties apparently are the
Yes.
devil for like, so I'm Velcroing
But
everything
you can
into
get
like,
all the LTT stuff without stressing about shipping.
yeah, I just bought a giant roll of like cheap, like
Okay.
thin Velcro that I could just
Because I know
cut it and just
they
use.
did those and they never sold. It was quite funny.
Oh, really? I didn't even look into them,
They
honestly.
did
I should have.
Velcro cable ties, and eventually they
Yeah.
ended up just like giving the things away because people clearly didn't want to buy them.
I have like a crap ton of Velcro cable ties, but they're too big. Like I like them even
Yeah.
smaller, so I just bought a roll. Anyways,
Yeah, I've
but one
used that
thing,
roll stuff on drones back in the day.
yeah, one thing I did f up. I didn't. Once again, people do your research before buying shit.
Nah,
Is
just buy
I
it.
bought those I bought those RGB fans, which I really like. They're good fans. The only problem is like you should have a controller for them because the motherboard just can't control the sheer amount of them I have.
Oh,
And
okay.
then so I was like, oh, I'm like, I guess I'll have to buy the little hub. They come with a little hub that connects to the USB directly in on the motherboard. And so I started looking for that hub, and it's sold out like on all the distributors. I'm like, oh, it's sold out everywhere. I'm like, well, I'll just go to the manufacturer website and order from them. I guess have to wait. Went on the manufacturer website and it's sold out there. I'm like, wow. Like I
Yeah,
already have all the
that's.
fans in the case, so I'm like, I can't drive these very easily.
Are they
Luckily, I
not
found
just ARGB fans?
they're RGB, so they're not the addressable ones.
Oh,
Which
okay.
is, and I could Y like I do have an RGB termination, but I'd have to like have so many Ys because I went stupid on the fans, and then I'd have to have so many Ys off the like the PWM for the like the
Yeah.
speed, and I was just like, I just want a controller. Like I want them to
Yeah, you
like
want to
light
get
up
a hub
differently.
for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, I found a local computer shop that's like just south of me, and they had the little hub, so I just bought it
Oh, nice.
immediately at like 2 in the morning because I was like, hey, you have it. I don't know if anyone else knows this, so I just ordered it and then crossed my fingers that they weren't like, oh, actually, we don't have any stock. So, anyways, it's coming, should be here, and then I can finish that up. So, yeah, word to the wise, just check that kind of crap before. Just do your research before you build shit. Don't just get
Yeah.
antsy and start ordering parts.
Well,
So,
speaking of research, that's what I've been doing for the last week.
ooh, what have you been
Yes.
researching?
I've been researching servos and all sorts of other fun things regarding the lathe. So
Well,
I
okay.
bought servos,
Okay, what kind of servos did you buy?
750 watt EtherCAT compatible servos. By default, they come
Ooh.
EtherCAT, but they can be run step and direction if I can't get that to work.
I was just oddly enough talking with a customer, or not customer, a friend who was looking at
Mm.
servos, and I was like, oh, I know the guy to talk to. So tell me more.
Yeah, so well, I don't know. We'll see when they arrive. Like it's the first thing I've ordered for the new machine, just so that I can get them in and I can start seeing if I can get it to work on the bench. Like that's going to be the first
Okay.
thing I try and do is get that working on the bench. There's a section in the manual about using the internal homing function. I asked the supplier if they had software for setting these things up. Nope. They've got an
Ooh.
XML file for configuring EtherCAT, and that's about it. So I'm just going to plug them
Ooh.
into Linux CNC and brute force my way through it. I've printed the
Mhm.
manual, all 200 pages of it. And then I realized, hey, I can just give this to ChatGPT and ask it questions. So I did that today because I was
Smart.
curious about auto tuning. And it's got a bunch of built in auto tuning functions because that's my biggest concern with servos. You don't think I need back and forth. You want, yeah. It's got some pretty good built in stuff by the looks of it. So I'm now going to keep harassing ChatGPT about the homing functions and all that kind of stuff because I want to make sure if I can get all the homing to be done on the drive and Linux CNC says, hey, drive, what is your position? And the drive says, hi, I'm here. That's good enough for me. Like, then the
Totally.
position control is handled by the drive, not by Linux CNC, which means it should, in theory, um, repeat a little bit better.
What
But
did
yeah,
they?
I
What do they set you
yeah,
back cash wise?
uh, 300. Hang on, one. Oh no, my AliExpress tab's gone. It went out in euros for some reason because AliExpress is AliExpress. Um, one moment, please. I'm just gonna log into my PayPal and I'll tell you exactly what it cost because it'll convert it to dollar dues for me. Um, so yeah, anyway, bought those and then was looking for chucks because now I want a 125 millimeter front bolting split jaw chuck, 3 jaw chuck, just a manual chuck. Because I do
Okay.
some stuff that I want to do on a manual chuck. I need it to keep my current capability. I need that chuck. So
Mm-hmm.
uh, just open this thing quickly. No, not that thing. There we go. Sorry, getting distracted as one does. Recent activity. Sorry. So anyway, was looking on AliExpress, cannot find one. And I know better than to buy a chuck from AliExpress because I've done this and I ended up selling it to
Mm,
a customer because it was a hot piece of garbage. And then I was like,
mm,
hang on, Eastern Vertex. It's a local company. They do chucks and like machine tool accessories and stuff. Went on their website. They've got 130 millimeter front bolting, like basically everything I need. So I've got to buy a A2-5 to A2-4 adapter, and then I'll just turn on the lathe, I'll bolt it to the face, turn the step to locate the chuck, and then put it in the mill and just drill the holes in it. And then I've got a manual chuck on my CNC lathe, which is fine. I don't
nice.
need more than that. 312
Nice.
euros is how much the servos
Okay.
were.
Okay. So
I'm
yeah,
going to put it into the
moderately
goggle.
priced.
Yeah, they weren't particularly expensive.
They're chunk.
$370.
That's a chunky servo too. 750 watt. Like
Yeah.
that's
I
a
wanted to go
medium
for
sized
one
servo.
kilowatts, but I couldn't find decent EtherCAT drive ones at 1 kilowatt. So I was like,
No,
it's fine.
fair.
750 watt should be more than adequate. And then that's shipped with FedEx, so it should be in like a week and a half, I would say.
No, cool.
And
Well,
then
that's, yeah.
I burnt the Linux ISO to the Raspberry Pi, but then I cannot find my M2.5 standoffs. So that's sitting in a little box waiting to be assembled. And then today we were at the machine today. I went to go look at some other stuff, which we'll get to later. But yeah, spoke to the Fanuc guys because they saw the post of the name suggestions, which we'll get to later as well.
Mm.
Um, they saw them like, hey, if you need spares, reach out. I'm like, do you want spares? So I got chatting to them, and they're like, no, they just want to know the serial number and the product number on the actual controller units and the drives and whatnot. So I went and I powered the machine on today because I hadn't seen it powered on. But obviously it doesn't have parameters, so you can't drive it around. But powered
Right.
on, powers on, took pictures of all that stuff, sent to them. I'm waiting for them to make me an offer. Also discovered that it's got a giant step-down transformer from 380 to 220 volts, which means
Mm.
I'm going to list that on Marketplace.
Yeah. Why not?
So
Yeah.
what
A
I did,
bunch of iron and
that's
chrome.
what I
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
with Bertha. I found a transformer in the bottom of Bertha that weighed like 100 kilograms, and I think it was a 10 kVA. Sold it off, recouped like a quarter of the cost of Bertha.
Mm, mm,
So I'm just parting this machine out at this point. Like anywhere I can get a buck back, I'm getting a buck back. Um,
yeah.
and then I was having a look and planning out the controller. So on the side where the controller faces, there's a section where there's a bunch of relays. I'm going to put all my control stuff there, so it's as far from the high voltage electronics as possible, and got
Mm.
like a bunch of sheet metal between it, and then have all my high voltage at the back of the machine in an attempt to eliminate EMI as much as possible.
If the manufacturer came back to you and said, "Hey, we have a whole list of parameters for the machine," would you leave the stock control,
No,
or is there more issues with it,
I'd
or you
fucking
just don't
burn
want to
that
deal with it?
Fanuc in a hot second.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I
Fair.
don't want to live in the fucking 80s, thank you.
Or you
Like,
probably would
I
have to.
will.
Well, you wouldn't have to drip it. I guess it's a lathe, but
No,
still.
but no,
Yeah.
not even. The thing is, I don't know what else is missing on the machine. Whereas if I go through it, like I don't know if there's relays missing for functionality. If I'm going through it, I'm going to go through it and add all the stuff I want and know how to operate everything. And also the panel looks ugly. So I need to still figure out what screen I'm using, which, yes, that was actually a thing in the doc as well. Jeez, I wrote everything in the doc this week. Um,
Wow.
your Linux CNC installs, what screens are you running? What aspect ratio?
They're like 4x3s or something. Just dirt cheap
The
screens.
square
It-
ones.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
There's.
like a proper person. Yeah, but they're square
Yeah.
aspect ratio. They're not
Well, it works.
widescreen.
No, it works better for Linux. It seems, anyways. Just I don't know.
I've
Visually
got
looks better.
so I've got one of each. I've actually got two of them.
Okay.
Two widescreens and one of the not widescreens. So yeah, I'm gonna mess around with that because I need to integrate it into where the Fanuc controller is. So I'm thinking of getting a stainless steel bezel made with a
Mhm.
tray that slots in and out from I'm using a keyboard with a built-in trackpad. So I don't have to have a
Mhm.
mouse. I've got one on the M code. It works beautifully. I just want that stowed, and then I'll do a panel with all my buttons and stuff.
Yeah. Fair.
But already, yeah, that's all planned out. There's been a lot of planning and forethought going into this build. like to the point that I'm considering making electrical drawings before I even get the machine. So when it
I
comes to
like how
wiring it, I can just wire it.
I like how the juxtaposition between like our two little weird for like my forays into PCs and your forays into this lathe. Like you've done all the research, you haven't even bought it yet. You have like everything in place. Whereas I was like had parts coming to me and I'm like, okay, now what does a CPU do? Like
Yeah, I've gone a little bit
quite
over
that
the
bad, but
like in the deep end
yeah.
on this one. I also discovered some interesting stuff. So Bertha runs 173E collets. So does the new machine.
Oh,
So
nice.
I was like last night because I know what collet chucks are there. It's a Kitagawa. Um, I think CL42 or something. It's missing the faceplate. So I was like, let me find a manual, read up on this chuck a little bit. Because I'm obviously going to have to make a new faceplate. That I'll just make a drawing of and make one out of K110, have
Mhm.
it heat treated and whatnot. Found the manual. Turns out that there's more options for 173E collets. So 173E comes in half millimeter increments. It's actually meant as a second op collet. Then you get the variable and the rubber flex collets, which have a lot more range, like 2 millimeters of range, and really
Mm.
grippy jaws, like serrations, for running raw bar stock. They're a lot shorter, but they're meant for your op ones. And when I was
Interesting.
at Toolsave today, I was like, hey, they've got some of the variable ones. So I might just go there and pick up all their collets that they have because they're like,
Interesting.
I think they're like $10 a collet, secondhand collets. So I'll just go there
Oh
and make
wow,
sure they
yeah.
fit and just pick up all the collets. Like, why not? May as well buy them.
Totally.
But yeah, it was quite interesting like to learn that because you would I know 173E, it's a 173E collet, like that's the option. But no, it turns out there's things with the same taper but different mechanisms at play that allow
Hmm.
for larger travel. So yeah, very very interesting reading the manual on that.
Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, that'd be useful.
Yeah, like we run 30 millimeter bar stock. Generally speaking, it comes in at 30.4 to 30.6. And then we had a batch come in at 29.9. And my collet, I had a 31 collet that wouldn't grab it. So I had to go buy a
Yeah.
30 millimeter collet to be able to grab the material. It was pushing back when we drilled it. So yeah, it would have been nice to know that. But you live and you learn.
Oh, I learned on Friday. I was a dum dum when I bought a bunch of titanium rod, and everybody wants to buy half inch rod because everybody thinks in half inch. But 13 mil was cheaper, like significantly cheaper. So I was like, you know what, F it. I'm like, I'll just buy some 13 mil,
Uh,
and I'm like, I'll go buy a 13 mil collet. Like that's not that. It's a
yeah,
5C. I can basically get them at 7-Eleven. And I was like, won't even worry about it. Ordered the all the titanium. Completely forgot that I ordered. It's over five, like it's over half inch.
yeah,
And went to for these little mechanism parts, and then went to put a bar in the hard inch, and they're all like hard inch collets. They're nice collets.
yeah,
And I'm like, why is this so tight? I'm like, oh, Curt, you're a dumb because they're all the bars big. So I turned one bar down on the manual lathe like a
yeah.
sucker just to get it to fit in the collet. And I was like, okay, now I'm gonna go out and buy a 13 mil. So yeah, I kind of shot myself in the foot. But I mean, it easily like the cost savings easily pay for a
Yeah.
collet. And does it pay for my time of fucking around with this last bar? Probably not. But hey,
Nah,
let's
you
not
live and
talk
you
about
learn.
that. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
no,
So
you live and you learn. Like there's always things like that where you think you have a solution and then you don't.
yeah,
Been there.
yeah,
I
exactly.
can't buy half inch collets here. No one stocks half
Fair. Yeah.
inch 5Cs. Like barely anyone stocks 5Cs. But yeah, they're in 1 millimeter increments.
Mm, mm.
Like
Yeah,
it's
makes sense.
yeah. Even the 173Es, 1 millimeter increments, not half mil, 1 mil, and they don't stock any of the imperial sizes.
Well, yeah, and I'd say
Which
metric is probably your stock sizes are just common in metric there.
no, so aluminium, I'll order 25 millimeter round bar, and you'll get 25 one day, and the next day it'll be 1 inch. I've actually
Oh,
phoned my
okay.
cousin
Well,
and sworn at her because I'm like, I ordered 25, you've sent me 1 inch. Like, yes, I know it's
yeah.
only zero point 0.4 of a mil, but now it doesn't fit anything that I want to run it in. Like, it
Right.
doesn't fit
Yeah.
my collets. Now I've got to make a plan. I've got to go and beg and borrow and get someone to wire cut a collet for me because I can't buy a 1 inch collet. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's, but yeah,
Hmm.
a lot of the aluminium's still in inch sizes of your extrusions. Um, the rest is all pretty much metric. But I mean, I can go buy inch size BMS if I want. Like the guys stock it.
Hmm.
I've bought it before
Yeah.
for
Fair.
jobs. So, oh, you haven't built your PC yet, so you're clearly not on Windows 11. and not driving the
No.
struggle bus.
Oh, why? Tell me about what I'm in for.
Just stupid little things that I've noticed, like my web browser every now and again, like freezes. I don't know, weird shit. Um, just small things I've noticed because I upgraded last week, and yeah, I want to go back, but it is what it is. Suck it the fuck up and just carry on. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. Let me not complain about it too much. I
Yeah.
assume it'll get less shit as we go on.
Yeah, I know. I'm already looking up like how to bypass, like completely uninstall OneDrive and like all the dumb things that annoy me with Windows 10 where it's like I don't
Yeah.
care about OneDrive and I don't care about Xbox Pass. Like I don't have any of these things. Quit bugging me. Like
Stop
I'll
being
pay you.
adware. Yeah.
Yeah,
Stop being
I'll
fucking
pay for
adware.
you. Yeah. I
So
know. I know.
I actually activated the Windows on my PC because I knew I wanted to customize the layout because I hate the fucking middle taskbar bullshit, and
Yeah.
I know that the personalization stuff is usually off limits if you don't have an activated version of Windows. There's ways around it, but I was like, I'll just pay the $5 for a key online, activate my
Yeah.
Windows, and then upgrade to 11. So I did that on the work PC. I haven't done it on this one yet.
Yeah, I was a super loser in that regard and actually bought a like Windows license, which is heinously expensive. Don't do it that way. Just go and buy the
Nerd.
$5 activation keys. But the nice
100%.
thing is I can just like it never like my key is good forever. Like it never
Yeah.
but I mean $5 versus like whatever, 100 and something. It's like
Yeah.
I could have bought a lot of temporary ones.
Microsoft
So
doesn't need my money. Um,
yeah,
they
they're
have
doing
enough
okay.
of their own. Quite like we were discussing, if we could go to Linux, we would be there in a heartbeat. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't even be a fucking question. Okay,
Yeah,
before we
yeah.
continue, I'm going to shout out our Patreons. We've got some special stuff coming up for the Patreons as well. But first, let's thank the top tier Patreons and the new Patreon we got. So, thank you to Jade from Benchmark 20, Luke from Fantastic, AJ from Subtract Manufacturing, and 15 other companies. EJ from Nocturnal Welding, Jason S., and the Aussie Machinist who joined us today. Thanks, Ash. Look forward to
Ooh.
seeing you at IMTS. And then with regards to our Patreons, there will be a poll going up when this podcast goes live where you get to vote on the name of my new machine. There are 10 names. I don't know what, well, why not? Let me tell everyone what they are. Danica's adding them to the poll. We have got Edna, not a fan.
Ooh.
Spinderella, Glenda the Good Lathe, which I'm kind of partial to Glenda. Gub Gub, Gina Green, Earl, Optimus Grime,
Like
the
it.
Avocado, Green Goblin, and Sir Lathelot. The others got taken off for being a little too vulgar or a little bit dumb. So yeah, those are the 10.
I was kind of
Yeah.
sold on Optimus Grime, but now Spinderella has me. They're both so good.
So yeah, all the Patreons get to vote. The top tier Patreons, their votes are going to count as double because they get exclusive voting privileges. So yeah, that
Ooh.
poll will go up, and then whatever they decide, at least it's not Lady McLadeface.
That's true. That's true.
I was kind of expecting that. So yeah, there will be a poll for the Patreons as one of the benefits of being a Patreon. You get to name my new machine, and then there's also after shows for the Patreons. So that's available through Patreon, and Kurt and I normally discuss sensitive topics in the after show.
Yeah. And what we should try to do is now that we have a fancy like setup here that we can see what we're actually trying to remember. We could tease the after show and then actually talk about what we tease, as opposed to like every week we're like,
Yes.
we're going to talk about this in the after show, and then we get in the after show, we're like, what are we going to talk about again? I don't remember.
Yeah,
Let's
I
rant
forgot
about
what I
this. And
teased
then
last week.
I know it was
I
interesting. I listened to
listened
the podcast, and then it was
Yeah.
not in the after show, and I was like, whoopsie.
Yeah, we need to figure out what that was because I wanted to talk about it and then, yeah, obviously forgot because that happens.
Yeah.
Oh, you forgot to tick one. There we go. I'll tick it for you.
Actually, there's more to it. That's why I didn't.
Oh, there's more. Okay, well then dive in.
Okay, well this is a one weird thing. So on this little mechanism I'm building, it's a tube, and for the easiest way to explain it, think of like a coupling nut, like a long nut, where you put a bolt in. You can put a bolt in either side. That's the easy part, right? You can put bolts in, you tighten them up, they tighten against one another. Now to take them both apart, that's the part that took me like a week to figure out, because you can always take one bolt out. That's easy because one is usually going to break loose. Sometimes you get lucky and both will break loose, but very unlikely. So I can get one out, and now imagine that you have to take that bolt out, but you can't touch the coupling nut because in this instance, it's hidden inside the entire mechanism.
Yeah,
So I was like, how in the F am I going to get this other side off without being able to fix that shaft? And this is a 3 millimeter shaft, so it's tiny. Um, what I was going to do is I was going to reach down where I have the thread with a long tool and mill
and
a
then it
little
talks.
slot or a Torx if I could, but I would need like the threaded portion is like a
Yeah,
1/4 inch long, and then I would need a 10th thou tool. So I need like a 10th thou half-inch stick out. It's like that's going to be like machining with a hair. So I think what I'm going to do is just put a little slot just in the threaded section. You can put like a little precision screwdriver in
yeah,
and break it free. But that took me. We went on a drive to whatever the other side of the city, and my wife was talking to me. I was just staring out the window, and I'm sure thought I was mad or something like that. And in my head, I was just rolling around this idea of like, how the hell am I going to fix that? So, anyways, got
yeah.
it
At
got it
least you
fixed.
got it sorted out now. Yeah. So I
Got it
saw you had some
sorted out.
stories about it.
Yeah, I was kind of kicking my ass. So, but happy. Oh, I don't. I
Okay.
mean, it should work. It works on my head. I haven't done it yet. That's
Yeah,
today's job, but it
it
should
works in
work.
theory, but theory and practice are not always the same.
Yeah, they rarely line up, but
Yeah. No, that sounds like a good plan. I mean, just
yeah,
it's effectively a flat screwdriver, and you're good as long as it's the right size.
yeah.
That would be the
It's also
only
tiny.
concern.
I'm just so concerned because like it's thin walls everywhere. Like everything is like 10 thou wall, 15 thou wall. So I'm like, it's
Yeah,
titanium though. It should be robust enough.
it
So
should be okay.
we'll
As long, yeah, I was going to say, what about going tri-lobe, like 3 lines, but then if they use a tri-lobe driver that's angled and they put too much force, it's going to flare open. So
totally.
yeah, I'd
Yeah.
rather just go with a flat.
Yeah. You can find something in a flat. You can find a little knife blade or something. Try low.
Yeah,
People
but
are gonna
enough.
yell at me. Yeah, totally. Right. Anything. So
But
yeah,
enough.
that's my
Ultimately,
fun.
multi-tool. Someone used one of my forks to do something, and the fucking three of the forks are straight, and one does a little bend down. It's super annoying to eat with. It's like, why is this thing touching my teeth?
If only you had a giant machine shop where you could fix said
Yeah.
item.
Well, now I have a press that I can straighten it with.
Ooh, perfect
Yeah.
segue.
There we go. Yeah. So I bought an eccentric. Well, I told them I'm buying an eccentric press today. So I assemble the Torx bits and the aim assists in a 1 ton arbor press with a 1.5 meter cheetah bar.
Okay.
So the whole press
Sounds
does
fun.
this and opens.
Ugh.
Also, I have to
Right.
grab
Yeah.
it and pull 1,000 times. So
Right.
kind of got over that. So I went down to ToolSave today, where the new lathe is as well. And I was
Mhm.
like, you have a little thing. It's like $300 for a little single phase eccentric press, a little 2.5 ton. I'm like, pull it out, put power, please. I want to test. I took 10 parts worth, then found some spaces, all sorts of crap that was laying around till I got the height right because it's not an adjustable stroke. It's
Mm.
or an adjustable height. It's a fixed height. Got it
Okay.
lined up, got spaced up, and then katunk, or actually more like katunk, 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 because it's really fast. But hit the thing, perfect. So now I'm going to go pick that up. I
Okay.
need to build a controller for it because getting it to only cycle once is really difficult. So I'm going to make myself a little circuit that basically you hit the buttons, it will trigger it. As soon as it detects it's moving, it'll disengage. So it'll do one revolution. It won't double stroke because I don't want
Right.
it double
Okay.
stroking. Because it's really quick. But then I can literally slap the thing in the fixture, put the fixture into it, hit the button, ka-chunk, throw it out instead of 1,000 times. Like it's going to pay for itself in the first 500 parts. Like it's well
So
worth.
they look like little power hammers, right? Like they just like
Yeah,
the strokes are like diggy diggy diggy, like they go up and down. If you just turn them
yeah.
on, it's
So it's
okay. Okay.
basically just a
Gotcha.
big flywheel with an eccentric shaft, and it works with a roll key. So the flywheel spins on the shaft, and then as it comes around, you engage the roll key. It
Oh.
then locks to the eccentric, spins around, and then the roll key needs to disengage. Then the flywheel keeps going, but the shaft is stopped. And then,
Okay. I got you.
yeah,
Yeah.
you pull a foot pedal, and then it allows the roll key to engage again. But yeah, the roll keys they wear out over time and shit like that. But it's
Yeah.
a pretty cheap little machine, so I'm gonna go pick it up and play with it, and then hopefully
Cool.
not lose
Cool.
any fingers.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah. That's
also,
a good
it
machine for that.
opens up the opportunity to do some pressing work if I really want to. Like I could build press tools
Right.
and press simple stuff. Like electrical connectors and shit like that. Just ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. I might actually
Right.
use it
Yeah.
for punching a hole in a part that we do. One of them, the diesel
Yeah.
sensors. Instead of drilling the vent hole, I want to punch the vent hole. That way it deforms the material and makes a hole, which will prevent it from coming loose at all ever.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
it's now a punched fucking hole, not just the swaged together thing. So I might just look at putting them onto the eccentric as well. And then just put foot pedal, ka-chunk, 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 3 times, take it out, and you've got the thing really together, or as together as it's ever going to be. So we'll see. Like once you got it, you'll find uses for it. It's one of those things. It's also
Totally,
like
yeah.
$300. It's like $300. It's not expensive.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Danica was a little annoyed with me for wanting to buy it. I'm like, you do realize a 2-ton arbor press costs the same. I may as well get something that's a lot quicker and a lot less effort for me. Because she was like, oh, but just assemble things. I'm like, yeah, on a batch of 1,000, you assemble 100, and then you fucking go and hide, and I assemble the other 900. So you don't actually get a fucking vote. Like, I'm the one who does all the assembly. I will buy the tools I want to buy to do it. Like, I was considering making an hydraulic press for it, but I was like, eccentric's going to use less power.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then I have an eccentric press, which is cool.
Yeah. And you can smash the piss out of your fingers when the mechanisms go wrong. Yeah.
No intention to do that. It's actually got a very fucking high tool area, not throat, daylight. It's really high. So I've got to make a thing for the top, and then I've got to make a riser for the bottom for my current tooling to work. So my hands will be nowhere fucking near anything that's going to pinch. Like, there's going to be a good probably 5 inches of clearance. Like, fucking, I'm not too stressed. I'll hold it in there while it punches. Because nothing ever gets closer than like fucking 100 mils. So yeah, it's not going to crush my hand unless my hand gets really big all of a sudden.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, like it's not particularly unsafe. Just don't tell OSHA.
Yeah.
Because they're a whiny bunch of little bitches. But yeah, so I went and got that today, and then I fondled a new lathe, because that has been the biggest thing in my life at the moment.
Yeah, well, no fair. Like, it's going to replace one of your main production units, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, Bertha did 1,000 parts since Friday.
Wow.
Only reason it finished 1,000 today was because I ran out of material on Sunday. Some smart dick ordered the wrong amount of material. I was meant to order 4 6-meter lengths, cut to 3 meters, and I ordered 4 3-meter lengths. And when I ordered, I'm like, this seems a bit cheaper than usual, but whatever. And yeah, now I know why it was a bit cheaper, because I didn't order all the material I needed. But yeah, Bertha's been running. Turns out if you tighten the insert on your snowflake cutter, it works a hell of a lot better. I was having inconsistency, and I'm like, what is going on? Just hadn't tightened the insert properly, so it was coming loose over time.
It's a nice fix.
But it works. Yeah, works well. And then I've got some. I'm waiting for aluminium tomorrow, that I can run that on Bertha. 80 diameter aluminium. That's always fun, especially considering the tool clears the roughing tool. I use the jaws backwards. Yeah, I use to grip externally. So you turn the jaws around for gripping bigger diameters. And when I come in for the finish pass, it clears by like a millimeter on the front of the tool in relation to the jaw.
Yeah.
Clearance is clearance. But yeah, a little terrifying.
Those are the scary ones, though, because you got a lot of inertia spinning on.
Yeah.
Just
yeah, it's lots of fun. So that'll get set up tomorrow. With the manual 3-jaw chuck and Bertha, and then that'll get run. And then I'm not entirely sure Bertha is going to have that much to do until she goes. Like, I've got another order for torque splits, so I'll have to do another 1,000 aim assists, but I don't know. The other lathe might be here by then. Who knows?
Yeah.
So
I guess you're going to have to play Tetris to get that in anyways, so it's probably nice running it to the last minute, yeah.
It's going to run to the last minute. So the guy that I sold it to sent me a message on Sunday, hey, can you send me some pictures and video of the machine? He's trying to figure out how he's going to fit it where it's going. So I'm like, cool, here you go. The back cover I've opened twice in 4 years, so you don't need to worry about that. And then you need this area open and this area open. I just explained and sent him pictures and stuff so you can figure out where he's putting it. And then we'll see, probably in the next 2 weeks or so, I'll have the machine rigged in and then climb into the electricals, get that sorted out over a week or 2, and then have the machine put in place.
Cool.
But then there's the other question of the MCO has to come out to get Bertha out. Do I pull the Slowio out as well, put Bertha deep in the workshop, put the Goodway in, and then put the Slowio by the door? as in you're the next one fucking out.
Oh,
Because then I don't have
yeah.
to
I
rig
mean,
all the
yeah.
machines out of the way, or do I commit to having the slow EO for the next little while till I build my new workshop?
Guess it depends what you get more value out of. If you get more value out of it as a machine, or if you get more value out of it as cash. Like,
It's more a sentimental thing, unfortunately.
yeah, no, I get that. I get that.
Like, it's one of those, like, it fucking barely runs, but it's nice to have.
Yeah. I mean,
So
that's the reason I will likely never sell mine. It's just
yeah,
sentimental. Like, I don't care about the cash that I'll get for it. So
yeah. Well, that's the thing. I'm not going to get enough cash for it that it's going to justify selling it.
totally.
We're actually we're hopefully picking up some more just stupid part work this week. So I've got a rep who goes and does supply stuff. So sells welding rods and pneumatic fittings and stuff. I just do
Mhm.
the invoicing because I have a VAT number. So she was at one of her customers and they're like, oh no, you need these parts made. So they sent samples. I'm waiting for drawings and they want to come visit me this week. Potentially pick up making like 1,000 or 2,000 of these little brass components, like simple parts. It's
Mm.
literally face it, turn the OD, part it off, and then it's got to go in a jig, unfortunately, to do a cross hole. 1,000 of each. There's two different variants, 1,000 of each a month. I'm like, sweet, sounds good to me. Might be able to
Yeah,
justify replacing the new lathe with a C-axis lathe.
that'd be nice.
Because
That'd be
yeah,
nice.
unfortunately, what's the guys smart lathe? They go
Hmm.
7 and then 25. I'm like, damn it, I need
Yeah.
like a 12, and then I would have been
Yeah. Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but because I don't want to buy another 25 millimeter lathe. I have the MCO.
Yeah. Same in their Swiss land. They go from like
Yeah,
6 mil, which I'm like, oh, that's too small for me. But like, I could get by with like maybe like a whatever.
a 10.
A 10 would be okay. It'd be a
What
little
are
tight.
what are
But
your
then they go right
pins?
up
A
to
3/8?
25. They're essentially 3/8, yeah. But I have
Yeah,
other
you need
products
like a
that's at least
13.
half inch. A 13 would be
Yeah,
just cutting it. So, but anyways, it's not that
yeah,
they're cheap. They're cheap in that regard. So it's like, why not get the extra capacity? You're
yeah,
not
100%.
gonna.
Just the extra capacity comes at an extra footprint. That's the only problem with extra capacity. So
That's why I like their little ones so much because I'm like, I
yeah.
could hold that thing. It's so tiny.
So I was looking at their 7 millimeter gang machine. And I'm like, it's got a 1 kilowatt servo. I'm like, yes, that's what my spindle on the MCO is. And it works. But I wouldn't be able to do half the stuff I do because of all the components I make, only two of them would fit on that machine. And this kind of makes it pointless. So like the
Totally.
25 with C axis would be or 32 with C axis would be the best option there.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
But yeah,
No, I agree with that.
keeping eyes open because I mean, worst case, I get the good way in and then I just retrofit it and sell it to replace it with something else.
Yeah, well, and especially if you're recouping a ton of the costs on just like selling
Yeah,
off the old original parts,
dude,
like you,
transformer Fanuc
yeah,
parts. Like I'm gonna probably come out. Well, I don't know what the Fanuc guys are gonna offer me for the parts. I'm like, make me an offer.
yeah,
Like this is what it is. If I get $500 for it, I'll be happy. I could sell the parts. Just the servo amplifier is $1,300 on eBay.
yeah,
So
yeah,
it's like
exactly.
I could go that route and recoup all the money just by selling the parts off loose, but I don't want the admin of that
No, I get
because
that.
it's
Yeah,
fucking ball ache. Um,
yeah,
but I mean, even once all said and done with this machine, if I turn around and sell it for the same price I sell Bertha for, I still make like 30 grand on it. So,
that's
which
yeah.
is like $1,500. But I
Oh,
mean,
okay.
the
I
whole
was like, what? I was like, you made a
yeah,
good money on that. Okay, yeah,
yeah, no,
rand,
all
not
that, yeah,
cash.
I've got to put
Yeah,
it into dollary dues. But I mean, as it is, if when I sell Bertha or when Bertha gets out of my workshop, I'm ahead by, I want to say like $1,000, $2,000 at this point.
sure. Yeah, it's
Like,
a
because I've optimized the costing on the good way quite significantly. Like, okay, I don't actually need a hydraulic chuck. I don't actually need this. Like, find a better option. I mean, shopping options, seeing what I have in all the boxes of electronic stuff that I have.
mhm.
Like, I had the Mesa card, I had the Raspberry Pi for it. Like, all those things I've had on hand already. So they don't go into my actual costing currently.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm looking
I
forward to
know.
it. I'm considering making electrical drawings in my downtime now. Do you have any suggestions for good electrical drawing software? Because I cannot find any.
I mean, aside from
I'm going to use
Eagle,
Canva.
yeah, yeah, I guess.
It's literally I want to predetermine what the labels and things are going to be. So like, okay, cool. The spindle cooling motor, because it's getting powered by VFD, needs, I'm going to say, cool, that's UVW1. And then UVW2 is for the coolant pump. UVW3 is for chip conveyor. That I can just have all these things pre-labeled, that when it comes to wiring it, I find the wire, I slap a label on it, connect it, and it's done. If I ever need to backtrace it, I can backtrace it relatively easily. Although I also have a multimeter, so who gives a shit? Like, you just boop, boop, boop until you find the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danica was making fun of me because she listened to it with intolerance. And she was like, yeah, Dylan asked you how you learned all this stuff. And you're like, yeah, I just fucking learned it.
Like, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
If you like it though, that's kind of like that's how anybody learns anything. If they enjoy it, like you just kind of learn by doing it because you like it. So
yeah, I think we might be somewhat unique in that manner, in that we go down the rabbit holes quite extensively when we enjoy a topic.
I think we just got lucky and we have interests that pair well with things that can make us money. Like some people are super interested in like video games or whatever, and it's like that's fine, and you're like a wizard at it, but it's really hard to like make a buck at that. Whereas like we like machines and retrofitting electronics, and like that area is just ripe with like people will always want you to fix shit. The world is electronic and mechanical, so if you have interest in that, like you're not going to have difficulty finding things to do.
That's my whole thing. Oh, machines fuck, just throw a new controller on it. Like, it's mechanically poked too. We'll just fix that while we're at it. Like, that's don't be scared of machines. But I understand why people are a little bit scared. I was actually helping Joshua troubleshoot his turret the other day. Joshua from Firmworks on his one machine. We were trying to troubleshoot why his turret's not turreting. And going through electrical drawings and stuff. I think it was on Wednesday. Just trying to get him out of the shit. But basically figured out the turret controller is poked on his machine. It's just effectively an unboxed VFD. Because it's just an AC servo or AC motor that runs in one direction and then it runs the other way to lock the turret. But I don't know if you came right. Joshua, let me know if you came right. Because I know he listens. Yeah. He likes.
I think I saw a brief story of that. Looks like he had enough room to like put like 5 or 6 people behind his turret. So like he opened the door.
The whole
and
cover opens. I'm like, that's amazing. Because the good way the whole back opens, so you can get to the X-axis servo, which I tried to open today, but the chip conveyor was in the way. And then the whole side opens to get to the spindle side of things. It actually opens up really, really nicely. Because, Bertha does not.
Yeah.
At flipping all. Like some people put some really good consideration into how they build machines and make them accessible for maintenance and repairs, which is always nice.
No, totally. Yeah.
But, so I was, for anyone who doesn't know and listens to us and somehow doesn't listen to With Intolerance, I was on With Intolerance this week. Apparently a pretty good episode. Should probably go check it out. Kurt's meant to be on there at some point.
Yeah, we just keep getting sick.
Yeah, delayed.
It's either I'm sick or Dylan's sick, so yes.
Yeah,
we're not going anywhere. We'll figure it out.
Okay, cool. Well, that...
I like your episode. I was... Like I was saying, I sent a message to Dylan. I'm like, wow, you kept Jamie on the rails really well. Like it was a pretty concise podcast. There was a lot of rabbit roads, but like the general theme still went forward. Unlike this show where we go whizzing off into the bushes.
This is just an ADHD show. Not as bad as Parts Department, but I don't know if you listen to Parts Department.
No, I haven't. No.
It regularly
I might have caught one or two.
Yeah, it regularly devolves into them going into the microphone. It's freaking great. Like chaos. It's awesome. It makes this seem like it's freaking scripted. But really good podcast, Parts Department. I would recommend guys check it out.
Nice.
Adding it to our fancy document and then pressing random buttons. So tell me about this. What you got from Matt?
Yeah, so Matt at Modern Fuel, dude that makes pens. Go check out his work. He makes some pretty cool stuff. So I was talking to him a little bit about. We just talk randomly. And he bought a new Citizen. Oh, I forgot what it. I think it's is an L16. Not an L16. C. I don't know. Anyways, like a brand new Citizen. Beautiful machine.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
they
R
do
series.
L. Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
L.
I can't remember now. Anyways, it might be bigger than 16 mil, but regardless. So I said, you know what? Like, I'm considering Swiss. I'm looking at a bunch. Like, I would love a Citizen. I'm still considering that stupid Citizen and doing a retrofit. But I'm like,
but it's left.
Don't do it. I don't care. I don't care. Anyways, uh, so he's like, I'm like, hey man, would you mind just like turning me a piece of titanium on your Swiss, like a long body? I'm like, I don't care, a blems, or like whatever, I'll pay you. I don't care. I'm like, I just want to see what the finishes are coming
Yeah,
off your Swiss directly off the machine. Don't touch it, turn it, throw it in a box, send it to me. He's like, no sweat, dude. He's like, happy to do that. So I tried to offer him money. Obviously, wouldn't take it. Just a gentleman of a guy. Not only does he send me he doesn't send me a bar of titanium or a piece of titanium. He sends me an entire pen, which was super cool of him. Like completely functional in a box. Everything. He sent me like a notebook with it.
yeah,
Yeah, just stand up, dude. Won't take any cash for it. Just like this whole industry, this whole like ecosystem is always people just wanting to help other people. And like he's my quote competitor. But like,
yeah,
anyways, yeah. And so yeah, I looked at it and I looked at the finishes and I'm like, damn, like they're good. Like they're really good. Like I can get that on the hard hinge on a small part, but like a long part, there's just no
yeah.
way because it just. And I was like, oh, this would kill so much hand finishing time. So I was like, I I need I need a Swiss. So I mean, part of this little mechanism I'm working on, this is I'm secretly calling it my Swiss funder, just because
Nice.
it's almost a pure mill part with just really quick lathe parts. So it's
Yeah,
like something that I could actually probably produce and sell in bulk. Yeah. So,
nice.
anyways, just definitely
Going.
seriously considering it a lot more. Um,
Yeah.
like a Swiss isn't the silver bullet. Like some people are like, oh, just get a Swiss. Like it's for me, it's not
No.
the silver bullet yet because there's still a ton of aspects of like, yeah, even if I had perfect parts, it's still a lot of finishing I do by
Yeah.
hand. But it would be helpful for sure, especially
Yeah.
if I could get it running more unattended. And that's kind of the
Yeah. The
whole
whole thing with the
reason
Swiss.
you get a Swiss. Yeah,
Yeah.
as you let it run a bajillion parts.
Well, the problem
So
there is
anyways,
you need
just
a bar feeder, so it becomes a bit of a
yeah.
catch-22 there because
And
your
I
garage, I think, is only so long.
Yeah, when I would get a fairly small bar feeder, I don't think I would get like a 20-foot bar feeder. I'd probably get
Yeah,
because I can
but
buy
even
my
still,
titanium in any length.
a 6 foot bar feeder
Yeah,
is not exactly short.
yeah. I mean, but I when I set this place up, I thought that I'm going to put a Swiss in here with a bar feeder, so I've kind of left myself a good like
Okay,
20 foot span, and if I needed to, I could get that longer by going into my house. But that's
you
that's
just
a
gotta
whole other
gotta
kettle of fish.
gotta
I have a
hold through the wall.
I have a conveniently placed closet in my house where I could just make a little bookshelf, like a little shelf where you'd put your boots on the closet, and then it would give me an extra like 6 feet, so I could get a 20-foot bar feeder if I needed to. So
Nice.
not ideal, but it's a
Yeah.
possibility, and the power requirements are within what I have here, and like
Okay.
that's kind of so. Anyways, it's
Yeah,
just something
that's the
I'm
other
all about.
challenge with working from a garage is power requirements.
Oh, totally. Yeah, totally. Like I have in this garage, I have 80 amps of like 220 pulled in from my main panel.
Yeah.
I mean, the house is fed with 100, and I pulled 80 in here. Technically, I have 100
Yeah,
pulled in
my
here, but
house, my house
on the
is
books,
also
it's
only fed
80.
with 100 amps of 220.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
well,
you convert that
I'm
to three
fortunate.
phase. It's yeah.
I'm fortunate. I have two 220 volt supply, 100 amp supplies to the property, but I only
Right.
use one. My mother-in-law uses the other for nothing. So if I need more power, I'm stealing it from her.
Well, and I
No.
think I can. Like, I can upgrade to 200 amp service. That's pretty common in residential areas to go up to
Yeah.
200 amp service. Any higher, it's not possible. If I had like external poles, like external power poles,
Yeah.
that would be possible. But it's all underground, so it'd just be heinous to pull in
Yeah.
like three phase. It would just be I'd have to pull it right
Well,
from the transformer, and it'd be way too
so
expensive.
in South Africa, our houses are fed. Every third house is on the same phase of the three-phase line. So they'll
Right?
pull
Yeah,
three
yeah.
phase to everything, and then they tap every third one. Um, so I actually have all three phases in my connection panel by the gate, but one
Oh,
just spirals and is taped off, and then my house is fed by one, and the Outlaws is fed by another of the phases. But
oh, okay,
if
okay.
you have them hook up three phase, the monthly connection fee is absolutely insane. So I'm just like, no,
Mm.
not happening. I will carry on with my phase converter and just suck it up with a phase converter. Corona,
Yeah, like
Kurt.
sorry, I swallowed coffee backwards.
Oh, you
um,
mustn't breathe your coffee.
I know. I was just too excited. Getting all hot and bothered about talking about electrical phasing.
Yep,
Yeah. So
it is very
yeah,
exciting.
I don't know.
But yeah, the
Something.
power is a huge thing. Like even the new lathe retrofit's going to be about double the power consumption of my current setup, if not a little bit more.
Yeah.
because we've got 1,500 watts in servos, and then 4 kilowatts in spindle, plus another 1.5 kilowatts in other crap. So we had like 7 kilowatts. Whereas currently it's 2.2 for the spindle, about 800 for the for the steppers, and maybe another kilowatt over everything else. So it's a
Yeah.
significantly larger power draw, but yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah. Well, that's why, I mean, when I started this game here, I knew like I could buy a decent mill and it wouldn't pull a crap ton of power. And I knew if I was getting a lathe, like another lathe, it
Yeah,
would be a Swiss. And those don't draw a ton of power either. And like I have no intentions on moving out here. I would move if I had to, but like
yeah, but
it is
you don't
so
want
like
to.
it's so convenient to just be able to like be 3 steps away from your production. Like
Yeah.
literally 3 steps. Like
Do you have
do,
a
do,
power meter at all on your power, like as in a monitoring?
I've been meaning to, but it eats up panel
Okay,
space and my panel's kind of squashed. So it's
fair
like,
enough. I added another panel when I hooked in the. What did I do? It was yeah. I put another panel in my work. Oh, when I put the inverter in, I put another panel in my office and I put it in there. So I meter the incoming to the entire property, and then it goes to wherever the fuck it needs to go. And when I did that, I put a meter in, and it's interesting to see like the LK. If we're in LK, we peak at 14 kilowatts. Like if LK and
mm,
Bertha and Anodars are running, we'll peak at about 14 kilowatts. So we've still got headroom of about 6 kilowatts.
I don't know why I didn't just think that I could put a power meter in the panel I put in the garage. That would I have tons of room in that one.
Yeah,
Silly Curt.
yeah. I
Um,
just bought a little one that just inductively picks up on the neutral leg.
yep.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
cheap. Is my mother-in-law
Yeah, I think
walking around outside? Sorry, I saw a light come on the cameras.
I think the most I pull here, the most that the little X5 pulls is it pulls 20 amps of 3 phase. So that's
Yeah,
minuscule.
it's a
Um,
10 kVA machine, so yeah, that's about right.
yeah, that's on spindle ramp. I've never seen it go
Yes,
above like 4 amps during running, but when the spindle ramps, it hits 20 amps.
yeah, my
And when
lights
the
dim in
spindle
the house.
decelerates, yeah,
Yes, it actively decelerates. My
yeah,
lights in the house dim when my machine rapids up and is decelerating the spindle. Like the fucking
nice.
lights dim because 1.8 kilowatt servo going up at 48 meters a minute while
Yeah,
the spindle's stopping in like all of 3.5 seconds from 12K. It's fucking sucking down juice. But yeah, it's been
yeah,
running at 100% rapid all day today because I'm impatient. And I
nice.
like doing tool break detect at full rapid. It's quite exciting.
Yeah. I mean, it
Yeah,
can
I've been
do it. It's a
running.
machine, but yeah, for us, it's
Yeah,
scary.
it's fucking terrifying, but yeah, if it can do it once, it'll do it again because it's a good machine.
Yeah,
So, Kurt,
cool.
what have you been googling?
How about you start? You start with the Google Box because I have to open mine because I was ill prepared.
That's fine. My Google Box is full of PayPal because we're looking how much my servers cost. Um, Wordle is at 99 today.
Ooh,
Tomorrow I'm gonna crack 100.
triple
Um,
digits.
Still got the RG 557 in my thing. Then I've got the NATO alphabet because we were trying to remember what P was. It's not
Ah,
penis.
yes.
Um, why the hell is? Oh, I was looking up when Fallout Season 2 comes out. Looking up the Make
Mm.
Enough because that released this week.
Mhm.
Um, Looking up conversational programming on Linux CNC because I want to add the conversational module to Bertha before it goes,
Okay,
so
yeah,
the guy
yeah.
can program on the controller. Because there is a module for it. I just need to figure out how to get it in there. Then looking up how to do circuit diagrams for free effectively. Looking up the Kitagawa manual for that collet chuck. And then looking up 100 liter water tanks because I want to put a 100 liter tank in the garage, 200 liter or 260 liter outside the garage. So when I make RO water, I dump the wastewater into that one outside. My mother-in-law can use it to water the garden, and I'm not pumping it down the drain because my
Right.
waste ratio is like 3 to 1 here because we've got quite a lot of shit in our water. So I want to at least capture that, and it can be used for something. And I want to start keeping um, more RO on hand because I want to start
Mm.
topping machines off with it. And then was looking up fancy tool carts because now when I rearrange the workshop, I want to buy another set of drawers for my lathe tooling. Because when I
Mm.
rearrange, I'm going to have my mill tooling next to the mill. I want another cart with my lathe tooling because I'm going to rearrange into like a funny shaped cell. So I found a fucking Lumo green one. So I'm probably going
Ooh,
to buy one of those because why not? It'll match the good way. But yeah,
cool,
currently all
cool.
my lathe stuff's on the table and I want to yeet it off the table and put it into a set of drawers and actually have it somewhat organized. Kind of like my milling
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah, and then I'm busy painting this evening. But we'll chat about that
Ooh.
in the after show. And let me make a note that we don't forget. There we go. So
Painting.
that we
All right.
don't, yes, that we don't forget about it when we go into the after show. So yeah, what's in your Google box, Kurt?
So my Google Box is some of that new shipping service I'm using. I
Ah, yes.
realized, yeah, I don't want to drop off because they use drop boxes for my location, and I don't want to drop off like tens of thousands of dollars in product into a box.
Yeah,
But
preferably
they
not.
can, yeah, they can come and pick it up directly from my door, which is awesome because that's convenient, and the price when I amortize it over like all the orders is just super super convenient.
Yeah,
So I'll do that, and then it's insured directly. As soon as I pick it up, it's immediately in their possession, and I don't have to. I mean,
sure.
it is at a Dropbox, but like, how are you going to prove that, right? So, anyways,
Sure.
um, looking up that, looking up a bunch of RGB stuff for that. I scoured the internet for that controller, finally found it, and then I found these dumb shorts came up in my Instagram. They're just like workout shorts because I don't know. I like tight shorts, but I don't want tight shorts because I don't want to be like showing off to the world. So I found site. This site, I don't know where it's from. I don't know about their like. Don't sue me if they're not an ethical site or whatever. But it's like SIIRIGO. We'll put it in the show notes, and
Yeah,
they got some pretty heinous artwork. Like it's pretty explicit. So like, don't click the link if you're not into like some pretty aggressive
I'm quite
artwork.
excited for
But
these to load.
they're like their shirts, their sweaters. I'm a big fan of their shorts. They got some pretty heinous ones. So I think I'm gonna buy a few pairs of them because they got like a nice tight smartphone pocket. So if, like you run or work out, you can keep your phone on you. It's not bouncing around. But then the shorts are like baggy over that, so you're not wearing a pair of spandex shorts. So, anyways, I'm just kind of
Okay.
looking at that gear. So yeah,
I like that there's a
yeah,
weirdo series.
that's the one I'm looking at. The weirdo
Is
series.
that the one you're
They're
actually looking at?
they're pretty heinous. They got kind of like a I won't even say it because they got some really offensive stuff. But the cool
Nice.
thing is they're like baggy shorts, so the offensive stuff is on like the spandex portion, so that
Yeah.
like if you like lay down to like bench press whatever and your shorts are right up, that's when you can see the artwork, and then when you stand back up, it goes away. So it's kind of cool. I kind of like that. So yeah.
Oh my
Anyways,
god, that's quite cool. I'm
yeah.
waiting for it
So
to load.
anyways,
Come, even a
just a
slow
bunch of that.
thing.
Yeah, it seems to be a draggy ass site. Yeah, that was basically everything in my Google box that is worth mentioning, and me just looking at a bunch
Okay.
of tracking info for a product because I'm just excited and I want my stuff. So
Yeah, I
that's
just
that.
opened my. Oh, nice. Okay, I see what you mean. That's fucking cool.
Yeah, they got some cool stuff. Yeah, they got
Yeah,
some
that's fucking
nuns.
cool.
I like some of their nun
Yeah.
stuff and some of their ghost stuff. And we'll leave it at that.
Uh,
We'll leave it at that.
yeah, I was just checking with Tunnel the status of a shipment that left today.
Yeah, yeah,
Very
yeah.
keen to see when that arrives, but we'll hold that for the after show. Um,
Sounds terrific.
yes, I'm
So,
baiting everyone for the after show. Cool.
what do you have?
Where can people find your stuff, Kurt?
You can find my stuff at confoundedmachine.com, and I might actually be able to sell stuff on my site in like the next week or so here, which I'm
Ooh,
jazzed for. So if those mechanisms come out, I will send a giant email out, and then I'll probably work on a very large batch. I haven't figured out how I'm going to sell it yet. I still think there's going to be enough interest that they're probably going to go quick. If they end up making it to that finish line.
yeah.
I've been hamstringed in the past, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's where you can find all my wares. How about you, Jamie? Where can people find all your amazing stuff?
Yeah, so you can find us at jspeceng.com. There's the anchor point, there's the t-shirts, this warranty isn't going to void itself is going to be available for another week or so. I think was it that one? Yes, I think it's that one for another week or so, and then it will be taken off the store again. That's to coincide with the Within Tolerance episode. Um, and then yeah, thank you to everybody who's bought shirts and things because we've had quite a bunch of sales since Within Tolerance came out.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, you can find our shirts and stuff there. You can also find the podcast website at thelonemachinist.com, where you will find a companion guide for all the fun and creative words that I use and a bit of bonus content as well. So
I
The
hope
bonus
I
content's
hope that
great.
I hope the intro from today, the one that we had to throw out, I hope it was long enough that we could piece that into something.
It's only like 3 seconds long, but we'll see.
It's
Um,
there's only like 3 words, and that's all that
yeah.
matters.
What are you up to today, Kurt?
Today I'm gonna work on finishing this thing, making sure it is good for production. Then if everything plays nice, I already have enough of the other parts made that I can see if it's gonna work, and then I'm gonna do a large batch on those.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that's all I have of real interest. What are you up to tomorrow?
Oh no, I'm up to today. I'm going to go paint a
Oh,
wall
right,
now.
sorry, yeah,
Yeah.
right, I forgot. We're
And
going
go
back.
run some parts finished, and then gonna wake up early tomorrow morning to chat to John, and then finish machining those parts as well, so I can go get them off to anodize tomorrow, so they can ruin them.
Nice.
And then I've got some other parts that need to go to anodize, but they can go later in the week to anodize. It's a bit annoying that I have to drive there twice, but it is what it is. Like, I'll just
Yeah,
suck it up. But
yeah.
yeah, that's the plan for today and tomorrow. But anyway,
Cool.
I think
Cool.
everybody, thank you for listening. Oh, I just realized we didn't even get to use our favorite audio, but we'll save it for the after show. Um, thank you everybody for listening. If you enjoyed the podcast, please consider sharing it with someone else you think might enjoy it. Or give us a like, subscribe, rate, or whatever it is on your player of choice. And yeah, we'll see you next podcast.
Take care, all.